Well, for some insight into that story, we're joined by senior lecturer Andrew Smith of the University of Chichester in the UK. Hello, Mr. Smith, and thanks for being with us. Now, this People's Primary is a citizens' initiative. I might point out that the Socialist Party, the traditional left, did hold their own primary in October. The Greens did too in September. So why was there a need to hold another preliminary vote?
It's an interesting point, and really it comes down to the very divided picture on the French left at the moment. They've been in disarray, of course, since the collapse of Hollande's support towards the end of his presidency, and a couple of very bruising results in the regional elections and elsewhere have continued to show that they are suffering, the traditional left. A lot of this comes down to the fact that there's a lot of animosity between the Parti Socialiste, the main left party, as you mentioned, and the France Insoumise, the sort of rebellious France party, which is really geared around Jean-Luc Mélenchon. And at the heart of it, you can't have the PS can't support the FI, and the FI can't support the PS, and that has really just divided all of these votes. And then you come, of course, to the popularity of the Greens, the Écolo as well. Now, the idea with all this, the idea of having something outside of the parties, the citizens' initiative, as it were, is to try and cut through that Gordian knot, to try and take it beyond the kind of the old rivalries of the party, and to kind of energise ordinary people to play a part in that process. I don't think it's likely to do that, unfortunately. I think maybe 6 months ago we might have seen greater success with this, but it is certainly an interesting attempt to try and kind of draw these things together for sure.
Now, we're less than 3 months from the first round of elections here in France. Things are not looking great for the left. How do you think the outcome of this People's Primary might affect that?
It's an interesting one. As you said, were a lot of people registered to vote, so that's a very positive thing. Over 400,000 people registered to vote on it. And hey, that's great. It means that they had more people registered than the Républicains, than many of the other primaries we've seen held, in the Greens or even the PS. And that is a very positive thing. So it shows people want to be engaged. They want to help find a candidate. It is far less than voted in the left primary in 2017, however, which was into the millions. What will it do for the left's chances? I think, well, it's a tough one. Really, all this can do today, the only real effect I think it can probably have, is really for the candidacy of Christiane Taubira, a very charismatic, stateswoman-like figure who is energising a lot of support on the left. And in reality, she is the only big name, as it were, who is participating willfully in this primary. And so either the vote will endorse and give her a little boost, or it brings to an end her candidacy. So I think the most immediate thing will be for Taubira in terms of that support. I think, honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I think campaign finances, ideas of the required support of those 500 elected officials, and the prospect of political defections are more likely to thin the field on the left than this primary is in and of itself. So it's good. It's an excellent exercise in democracy, always positive in terms of seeing these things happen. But I don't think it's likely to do much more than really define what happens with Christiane Taubira's candidacy.
Thank you very much, Andrew Smith, speaking to us from the University of Chichester in the UK.